Okay, this is our first lecture on advanced manufacturing processes for third year of diploma, fifth semester, advanced manufacturing processes. Okay, let's see the syllabus. What is actually given in advanced manufacturing processes? There are six units. Six six units are there. First is non-conventional machining process, in which you have to see fundamentals of non-conventional methods, working principles of different machines, advantages, disadvantages, and application of different machining processes. Then second unit is about milling machine and milling processes. Milling machine and milling processes, uh, in which we have to study the milling process. What is actually milling process? Milling cutters, different type of milling cutters we have to see. Milling processes are there, cutting parameters, what are the cutting parameters, and dividing head. Third unit is gear manufacturing. In this chapter we are studying gear manufacturing methods, what is gear hobbing, what is gear shaping, gear finishing methods, etc. Next is unit number 4, fundamentals of computer aided manufacturing, that is CAM, in which we are going to see what is CAM concept is actually numerical control, what is CNC, what is DNC, and CNC machines, which are CNC machines, elements of CNC machine, CNC tooling, CNC turning centers, and CNC machining centers. Then unit 5 is CNC part programming. Fifth unit is CNC part programming, in which we have to study different uh, part programming, and then different codes are there which we have to see. And then in sixth unit, automation and robotics, in which we have to see automation, type of automation, what is group technology, flexible machining system, introduction to robotics. These are the things which we have to study uh, in this particular subject, that is advanced manufacturing processes. From this first lecture we are going to consider, or we are going to study, that is non-conventional machining process. Non-conventional machining process. Now in non-conventional machining processes, uh, let's first see what is the traditional or conventional machines, like lathe machines, or cutting machines, different drilling machine. These are the traditional machines. Why? What are the properties of traditional machine, or what are the things are considered in traditional machine? Let's see. It require the tool which is harder than the workpiece. What actually traditional machining is, we are going to see which parameters are done in the uh, traditional machining, we are going to see. Okay, let's see. It requires the tool which is harder than the workpiece to be machined. Okay, this is the must thing. If we are machining any any workpiece, then we must have the tool harder than the workpiece. Now it removes certain part of the workpiece to change them to final product. For to get the final product, we must remove the material from that workpiece to get the final shape. But nowadays you might have listened about 3D printing. There is no removal of any material. You just have to program what is your, or what you have to make, or which machine component you have to make. Just take the program, fit to the computer, and there will be no material remover, no any moving parts or whatever, you will get the final product. Then the tool which is used should be penetrated into the workpiece to a certain depth. Then the actual contact is very necessary in traditional machining processes. Then next one is relative motion between the tool and the workpiece is required for generating the required shape. Like in lathe machining or lathe machine, workpiece is moving and we feed the tool or we feed the tool again to the that workpiece so that to get the required shape. Then development of harder material in the world like ceramics, carbides, tungsten, titanium, beryllium, uranium, etc., which are extensively used for the aerospace industry, missile industry, space research equipment, which are extremely hard and very difficult to machine, time consuming and uneconomical to machine this material. Now, if material is too hard, if the material is so hard, then which tool is to be used? Then therefore this traditional machining will be this traditional machining process will not hold there or cannot form the desired workpiece because it is already harder and we don't have the harder tool than that hard workpiece material. So again this therefore this traditional machining process again fail over here. Then what happened? Okay, let's see. Then to machine this material, newer machining process developed called non-traditional or unconventional machining process. Therefore, because of these difficulties, we are using non-conventional processes. Tools may or may not to be used for such cutting materials. In this non-conventional process, there may or may not be tool used for this cutting. Then it use some form of energy like chemical energy, electrochemical energy, electrical energy, thermal energy. All this type of energy can be used for such type of machining processes. Then characteristics of traditional machining processes. Material removal takes place due to application of cutting forces. In what is it? Characteristic of traditional machining processes. Material removal takes place due to the application of cutting forces. Energy used in mechanical energy. Microscopic chip formation takes place and cutting tool is required and which must be harder than the material to be cut. These are the characteristics of the traditional machining processes. Now limitation of traditional machining process. What are the limitations we are going to see now? Harder material cannot be machined. If the material is hard, then you will not have the harder tool for that harder material. So we cannot machine the harder workpiece by this conventional machining process. Then tool must be harder than the material to be cut. That is, higher tool forces are required to cut harder material. If the material is harder, then cutting forces will also be harder. Therefore, force requirement will also be great, and therefore your machine must be robust because it has to handle so large force. Therefore its cost or all other parameters will increase. Then difficult to produce complex shapes in harder materials. If there are internal holes of very small diameter, then we cannot machine or we cannot drill very small hole by using our traditional machining process. And also sometimes workpiece is very difficult to clamp onto the machining. This is also a big problem in conventional machining. Now non-traditional machining. Here it is group of processes. Okay, non-traditional machining is what? It is group of processes that remove the excess of material from the workpiece by various techniques using either mechanical, thermal, electrical or chemical or combination of these energies without the use of any sharp edge cutting tools. In non-traditional or non-conventional machining, we are using different type of, or we have different type of energies that are thermal, electrical, chemical, mechanical, electrochemical. These energies we are going to use by different ways to shape our workpiece. Okay, need of non-traditional machining process. Actually, why we need actually this? So let's see that the material like Econel, tin alloys, then carbides, ceramics, that is high strength alloys. These are all high strength alloys are difficult to machine by conventional machining processes. As we already seen that harder material cannot be machined by this conventional machining processes. So we have to use non-traditional process. Or then next one is for complex surface machining. This is also we have discussed that if very small hole is to be drilled in workpiece, then the hole cannot be drilled. Therefore, traditional processes does not hold better over there. Also, if we need higher accuracy, then also it fails. If we need great surface finish, then the traditional processes are not good for such operation or such accuracy and surface finish. Therefore, the traditional processes are not used. Then technology advancement, since there are too many technologies, upcoming technology, so we are using that, or we have to use that to save our money, time, manpower. So we are using, or we are taking advantage of this technology and making new non-traditional machining processes. Characteristic of non-traditional machining processes. Okay, so first is microscopic chip formation or no chip formation. In this non-traditional processes, there may or may not be chip. In like if we machine any component on lathe machine, there are too many chips form while machining. But in this process, chips may or may not be formed. Then physical or no contact between tool and workpiece. In the furthermore process, you will see that there is no actual contact between the tool and the surface to be finished. So this is also one important advantage, because tool will be zero. Tool need not to be harder than the workpiece. This is also important point, that tool need not to be harder. For harder material in conventional process, we need harder tool for harder material. But in this process, in this non-conventional or non-traditional processes, we need not to have the harder tool for harder workpiece. Now, different energy domains are used for machining, and we can use different type of energies, like mechanical, heat, electrical energy, uh, electrochemical energy, only chemical energy. By using all these uh, energies, we can machine our part. Advantage of non-traditional machining process over traditional. What is the advantage? Let's see that any material can be machined irrespective of its hardness. Most important thing is we can machine any product of any hardness. There is no limitation of hardness for machining any workpiece. Then any complicated shape can be produced by chemical or electrical discharge machining or all other. By these processes, we can form any complicated shapes. Very fine hole can be drilled. Parts produced are burr free. We were talking about the surface accuracy and smoother surface. As there is no removal of chip, therefore the surface finish will be better. No mechanical forces are on the no mechanical forces. Okay, wait. No mechanical forces is exerted on the workpiece. There is no mechanical force is exerted on, because there is no tool contact and workpiece contact, therefore there will be no forces will be there. Now drilling of tapered hole is possible. By drilling machine we can't drill tapered hole, but by this non-traditional processes we can drill tapered hole also. Through cutting of any material is possible. Cutting of any material, whether it is hard or soft, no matter, it will cut the material, then high accuracy can be achieved. For better accuracy, as it is need of advanced technology, accuracy must be better or great, therefore the high accuracy can be obtained by this non-traditional processes. Comparison between traditional and non-traditional machining process. Let's see the parameter. There is contact. Okay, first thing is contact. First parameter is contact. In traditional machining, contact must be there in tool and workpiece, but in non-traditional process there may or may not be contact. Okay, then cutting tool shape, single point or multi-point cutting tool. Traditional processing, in traditional machining processes, single point or multi-point tool is used. Then non-traditional, in that non-traditional processes, it varies with the process. Depend on the process, tool is there tool or not, it will be decided. Tool hardness, we need more harder tool for harder workpiece in traditional machining process, but in non-traditional process it is not necessary to have harder workpiece than harder tool for the harder workpiece. Now shape of machining, suitable for simple shapes. Traditional machining or conventional machining is only used for simple shapes, but in non-traditional machining complex shapes can be machined. Required cutting forces, in traditional machining it is greater or higher cutting forces are required, but in non-traditional machining there is no cutting forces, or there is no need of higher cutting force. Now material removal process, material removed from the workpiece in the form of chips. In traditional process chips are formed. In traditional process chips are formed. On the other hand, in non-traditional process, material removal from the workpiece is by melting, vaporization, erosion. That's why the chips are not formed. Tool wear in this traditional process is very high, and in non-traditional processes low or no tool wear, which depend on the type of process. Even there is no tool wear. Example of traditional: turning, drilling, grinding, milling, etc. And in non-traditional machining, EDM, ECM, that electric discharge machining, then ECM, laser beam machining, USM, all these are non-traditional machining processes. Now next, depending upon the type of energy used, the non-traditional machining processes are classified as. We have to see the classification of the non-traditional machining processes. Depending on the energy, it is been classified. All these machines are classified. First is thermal. That means we have to use higher temperature for getting our desired shape. Higher temperature are used. Then mechanical energy. Okay, like mechanical energy, then electrochemical energy and chemical energy. In thermal, electric discharge machine. First machine is EDM, called as EDM. Then wire cut electric discharge machine, that is WEDM. Laser beam machine, LBM. Ion beam machining, IBM. Electron beam machining, that is EBM. Electric discharge grinding, that is EDG. Plasma arc welding, that is PAM. And then in mechanical, abrasive jet machining, that is AJM. Water jet machining, WJM. And ultrasonic machining, USM. Electrochemical, in the electrochemical non-conventional machining processes, electrochemical machining, that is ECM. Then electrochemical grinding, ECG. And in chemical process, chemical machining. Okay, then Procedure for selection of suitable non-traditional machining processes. Now it is very important to choose the right process for the right workpiece. Therefore, there is criteria for choosing this process for different for suitable workpiece. There is criteria: study and understand the physical property of the workpiece. We must know the uh, study, or we must know the properties of that, physical properties of the workpiece. Okay, then find out the type of operation required, then check the shape and size of the workpiece required to be produced, check on process capabilities such as tolerance required, surface finish, metal remote rate, power requirement, etc. Then economic of consideration: cost of manufacturing the product by any selected process must be minimum. Okay, this is important point, that is cost. While selecting the process, the cost must be considered, as the cost of manufacturing must not be high. Okay, then therefore this is our uh, uh, why we are using conventional non-conventional machining over conventional machines. Now tomorrow we will see the abrasive jet machining, or each of this machine we are uh, we are going to discuss in brief. Okay, thank you for today.